down here on the Jordan River. And the Jordan actually, right now, if you look at it, it's in flood. I'm not sure how much bigger it gets than that. But in today's world, that's the Jordan in flood. Not a huge river. Now just over the bank there, maybe 200-300 meters, is where Jesus was baptized by John the Baptist. This is quite a famous area. And it was here in Bethany beyond Jordan, or Bethabara as some know it, that Jesus was when he first got the message that Lazarus was sick. But he didn't go. Now that surprised his disciples because Jesus is a really good friend of Lazarus, Mary and Martha, and he didn't go. They thought he'd rush off to heal him, but he didn't move. In fact, he stayed down here, and it's quite a pleasant area. He stayed down here for 4 days, 4 long days. The disciples eventually, they're trying to push him a little bit. Lazarus is sick, shouldn't we be going up there? Jesus said, look, Lazarus is asleep. Oh, well, if Lazarus is asleep, he's okay. And then Jesus looks at them. He says, Lazarus is dead. 4 long days he stayed here before he began the long journey. It is a long journey. It's all uphill to Bethany, where Lazarus, Mary, and Martha lived. This is one of the greatest stories in the Bible. Let's go up to Bethany where Jesus went, only we're going to drive a car. We're not going to walk. So finally, after 4 long days, Jesus and his disciples, they make it here to Bethany. Now I was interested to learn that the Arabs call this place Lazaria, after Lazarus. Incredible, isn't it? How these stories transcend culture. Now I have been on the road that Jesus and his disciples walked from the Jordan, or just over the Jordan, right up here to Bethany. It's a long road, 30 kilometers, and this is what I found interesting and amazing really. It's all uphill. It would have been at least a 2-day hard walk for Jesus and his disciples to make it here. And I wonder what the disciples were thinking. Lazarus is dead. There's going to be no miracle this time. He's in the tomb, he's gone. Well, we must be just going to comfort Martha and Mary. And they arrived here for what is, I think, one of the most stunning miracles Jesus did. One of the things that's really surprised me as I've travelled around Israel in the footsteps of Jesus is how beautiful this country is. Whether you're down on the Jordan or up in Galilee or here in Jerusalem, it really is a picturesque place where Jesus ministered. And this really is just as beautiful as any I've been to. It's amazing. This is the church that they've built to commemorate this great miracle. It doesn't mean much to me, but I think it's worth seeing how this miracle has impacted so many people through so many generations and centuries. This church commemorates it. So this is the tomb. They say this is the tomb where Lazarus was buried for 4 days. Let's go down inside and have a look. I'm a bit claustrophobic. I hope this works. I actually haven't been down to check yet, but let's give it a go, Hunty. Wow, these stairs are so steep and it goes deep underground. Very interesting, for me, a claustrophobic, a little bit frightening, but let's do it, let's go. Wow, I tell you what, I'm already 10 meters underground. If this is Lazarus' tomb, he was buried deep, deep, deep. Let's keep going. This is so deep. I'm not sure I want to go down there. Oh, I suppose for the cause I will. To be honest, it's about now that I wish I'd listened to Liska and lost a bit more weight. Oh boy, this is very claustrophobic. Have a look in here. Lazarus was buried deep, deep, deep. And to be honest, I don't want to stay down here too long. Best I be dead before I come down to places like this. I reckon we're 20 metres underground. And this is where Lazarus was buried. And he'd been here for 4 days. Wow. I'd hate it if the power went out here. Wow. I'll tell you what, Hunty, I'm not sore me. This is not easy, but I'm celebrating because I'm coming out of the tomb, just like Lazarus must have. Can you imagine? He hears the voice of God. That's who Jesus is. He's God, the giver of life. Lazarus hears his voice. He crawls out through that narrow passage and he begins to climb the stairways to life. This is quite stirring for me as I share this. So this is where Jesus comes. He's with his disciples, Mary and Martha, sisters of Lazarus, a big crowd. I don't know, I wasn't here, but I think he might have just stood over there. And he looks at the tomb and then he says, roll away the stone. But Master, he's been dead for 4 days. There'll be a terrible stone. No, roll away but Master, roll away the stone. They rolled away the stone. And then Jesus looks at the tomb and he says, Lazarus, come forth. Now it took me about 30 seconds to a minute to walk up those stairs. I believe there would have been a pregnant silence while everybody waited to see what happened. Then out through that doorway, dressed in grave clothes, came Lazarus. Jesus is the resurrector. He gives you life, and he, when you die, will one day resurrect you. Lazarus is the proof. Lazarus is the evidence. Praise God. It's why I've got such assurance, because I know at 55, even though I die one day soon, and life goes fast, even though I die, Jesus will come back. And as he resurrected Lazarus, he too will resurrect me. That is my hope. I believe it. I know it. And here's the evidence. An empty